Second Cup only on WTXL.TV. I'm Kelly Bartoli.
And I'm Max DeParis. Welcome to Friday Eve, as we like to say. It is also the first full day of fall. Yesterday at 4:21 in the morning, we ushered in the new season, and we're trying to get you into the fall spirit. Again, it's a very wonderful season. We start to see the temperatures back off, get in a more of that crisp air. Not quite yet, but we have some other tips to get you into the fall spirit.
Well, and you even showed off a picture in Hometown Weather this morning during sunrise of some leaves starting to change color.
Yeah, and again, not all the trees change. We have plenty of evergreens down here. The live oaks kind of just dwindle away, but if the maples around the region get in on some of that fall twinge, and so you see a couple of those token trees out there for sure.
I'm also going to share some of my knowledge of what Google taught me.
Kelly did some research yesterday. She was typing away, and we want to pass along this information to you.
Because fall or autumn, it's like, is one better than the other?
Yeah,
which
like,
one should we use?
where did they come from? Yeah.
So I looked it up. Well, back in the 13th century, this was actually called harvest. Because of the time you'd harvest everything. Then it became autumn, which is a word from the French.
Which means harvest.
Right, in the 16th century, so we switched it to autumn then. Well, about 100 years later, so 17th century now, they started using fall, which is, I never consider this, as the poetic complement to spring. Spring
and fall.
Fall.
Makes sense.
Doesn't it make so much sense?
Everything's all coming together.
Right, fall more common here in America, but in British English they say autumn. So, I mean, you can use them interchangeably. Right. It's all the same thing. Just say.
No one's going to hate you.
My favorite season is harvest. Harvest.
Then they might hate you.
Yeah, then they'd be like, what are you talking about?
A little pretentious if you call this season harvest.
Harvest. Yeah. We're taking a look to see some of the best decorations outside, because maybe if the leaves don't change, you have to do your own decorations. Mother Nature's not going to decorate for you.
Kelly, I know you already got a lot of the fall decorations on deck.
This looks harvesty.
It does look harvesty.
This one looks kind of harvesty. I usually do more of like, I have a lot of Halloween stuff.
That makes sense.
So it's not
what do you do after Halloween?
I have like 3 like pumpkins that are plain enough that don't have like a face on them, just like kind of an orangey pumpkin.
Are you something that carves Halloween pumpkins too?
I usually do. I painted some last year. I painted it white and put rhinestones.
Can we please do that on the show, by the way? We didn't get to that last year.
No, we didn't.
But we should this year. Oh, this looks kind of like...
This one's like...
This looks semi-bridal-ish.
Right? I can see that. See, like all the pumpkins that they painted white. Yeah. And then it says fresh corn, and then the hello kind of burlappy. Right. They just dunked it in bleach. Yeah. Actually, you can do that before you carve it.
What does that do?
It helps it from rotting, and like animals don't want to eat it then.
It kind of makes sense.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, this is, you take like just a throw rug that you're going to have outside, kind of as the welcome mat, instead of just buying one that says Happy Fall or something. You just do sponge painting. I would have done like colors instead of just white.Maybe
they're keeping up the white theme, because you can get white gourds like that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I always love like the crazy little gourds that are like the little miniature ones. That are like crazy shapes.
With these pillows, what if the trick and treat just got stolen and you just have ore?
You just have ore left over.
An ore pillow.
You can glue it down onto your bench.
There you go. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's something you have to be careful. I mean, you want to think the best of people.
Treat or trick?
It's people.
You can switch them up.
Chalkboard paint.
Oh, we love this.
I love chalkboard paint.
Oh, and some mums in there?
Yeah, they look like they like carved it like pretty wide at the top instead of just using it to like scoop your hand in there.
I love this. I've never thought about this, using it like a potted plant. Yeah. And if you get a real pumpkin, it can actually feed off it as like a nutrient system.
It's going to be like science right there.
To science.
To science. It's going to be right there. Yeah. Hey, Max, this is for you.
Thank you. Are you going to make this for me?
I can try.
Okay, try your best.
This is burlap. At first I thought it was toilet paper.
No, it looks like burlap.
So yeah, no. Well, I just kind of glanced up and saw like...
How dare you, Kelly?
Right. Yes. So burlap, you know, that's kind of like fall.
The M, it could match my M mug that I have right here. Very nice. Ooh, a little eccentric.
This is fancy.
What is this called?
These are topiaries.
Topiaries.
Usually that's when it's like Edward Scissorhands when he cuts the, you know, and the shapes and the animals. Yes.
I actually have that saved on DVR. I will watch that again. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That's a good Halloween one, though, right?
I love this one.
It's not a K, though.
No, I would make it a K.
So all it looks like you do is you take a little bit of the glue, you put it on there, and then you just dump a bunch of glitter on it.
Dump a whole lot of glitter on there.
So you got to just make sure you have a good glue pattern on there.
This is when you need to start saving your old newspapers and like the classified ads, because you need to cover the whole surface area. Do you like to carve pumpkins? That goo.
I love that. That's the best part.
That goo.
Do you ever make you pop them in the oven?
Oh, the pumpkin seeds.
Well, we'll save some Democrats and we'll lay them down and make some pumpkin carvings.